All right, do a little update on the truck here. I don't really recall what all I've talked about on this thing, but I'm gonna kind of go over what we did, where it started. I'll try to I got a couple poor pictures of it when I first got it. It was pretty rough. I'll kind of explain it a little bit as I go along and show you what I did to the truck. So here it is, pretty much done. So original cab that came on the truck. This is an actual factory Rumblebee hood that I got from a junkyard for $100. Which we repainted. The hood scoops are a little weird on these, but it is a factory setup. So and then next we go to the grill. This is the original grill off of the truck. We just painted the chrome, and then we took the honeycomb inserts out that go right here, and I actually got these are Laramie inserts that I got from a take apart. Then the bumper is the original bumper as well, that we again painted. I did put I actually got those fog lights for free. Long story short, it's a deal. Amazon, you order them, do a review on them, which I do like them, and they'll send you your money back. Cheap eBay headlights, fender. So to back up here a little bit, shortly after I got this truck, I paid $2,000 for this truck. It's a 2004 Dodge Ram 1500 Hemi quad cab 4-wheel drive. It had 118,000 miles on it when I bought it. I bought it off a dealer, and I got it for $2,000. So I got the truck pretty cheap, but the bed was just wasted on it. The worst thing about the bed is the front cross member is completely gone. So the bed wasn't hardly attached to the truck anymore. It wasn't super, I mean, it was bad exterior wise, but not super terrible. I would have probably lived with it, and it was just one of them deals that kind of snowballed a little bit because it needed a bed. And so happened that a friend of mine had a truck that didn't have an engine. It had a really good bed on it. Actually, come to find out now, it's not quite as good as I thought, but it's way better than the one that was on it. So I was like, well, I'm gonna put the bed on it. And I have a friend of mine that lives in Florida, and he'd done body work, so he was gonna help show me how to do it. Well, a bed, and I got to looking, and these doors, if I got a picture, I'll throw it in here. But the doors, for some odd reason, were rotted out right here. Pretty badly. So I'm like, well, these 4 doors are better than the doors on my truck, so I might as well do the doors too. And then this fender is off the silver truck, so I was like, well, I'll put it on. And well, then, like, if I'm putting this fender on, the other fender on the other side on the silver truck was bent up. So I actually purchased I don't remember if I got this from a junkyard or if I got a new aftermarket one. I honestly don't remember, but this is a fender that I purchased. But all 4 doors, the bed, and the left front fender are off of the silver truck that me and I don't know if I really even want to say me, but mostly my buddy Derek painted. And then, so we go to the rockers. I did have this section of the cab. I had it painted. My buddy wasn't able to make it to help me out with that portion of it, so I just took it somewhere and had him do that. And my cat had actually knocked a toolbox over on the other fender before I could put it on the truck, and so I had that repainted as well. But anyhow, these I went through. I don't know if you can see that very well. Not too bad. These are plastic. They're one-piece plastic rocker and cab corner covers. You can kind of see the little seam there. I had a body shop put on for me. We had painted them. They charged me like $100 just to throw them on. I wasn't overly pleased with how they put them on. I had bought panel adhesive, which is how I wanted it done. They riveted them. Would probably be all right. There's a little bit of a gap there. I was planning on filling them with some of the waterproof spray foam just to give them a little bit more rigidity and fill any gaps. Tow mirrors off of the silver truck. It was also $2,500. I repainted my step bars. These are Vision Prowler wheels. I paid $550 for them off of an online website. Again, cheap eBay taillights. That's actually a new bumper. The bumper itself is new, the metal portion, and then we painted it, of course. Repainted factory step pad. Yeah, I scratched the tailgate a little bit. Tailgate was off of the silver truck, and I talked about it a little bit in the other video. Bed rail caps. This thing had dents all over it. My buddy, when he would get mad, he'd beat the truck. So it had, you know, there was probably, I'd say, an average of at least 4 decent dents per panel that we had to deal with when we painted this thing. And you can still see a little bit. I mean, my buddy's from Florida, like I said. We painted it in that barn with a sliding door in the middle of winter with all Harbor Freight stuff and a salamander heater. So not ideal conditions. First project I've ever done like this. But I showed in some of the other videos, I did clean the frame, paint it with POR 15. Another new thing, since I last uploaded, I took it to the body shop to get that fender and like I said, this portion of the cab painted, and I went to go pick it up, my fuel pump went out. So I did have to throw a new fuel pump in it, and I kind of wish I had pictures, but on these Dodge tanks, they have a metal lock ring that engages into a metal ring that is molded into the plastic tank. Well, the problem with mine is the ring that was molded into the tank, the little tabs rusted off. So there's no way to put a new fuel pump in it. So what I ended up doing was getting a new lock ring, and I'll put a picture in there. I got a new lock ring and got some stainless steel self-tappers and just self-tappered the ring into the tank, and I put some, what did I use? I think I want to say goop, maybe. I don't know. It was the only seal-all. That's what it was, seal-all. I got some seal-all and sealed up the threads on the self-tappers just for a little extra precaution. Probably wasn't needed, but whatever. It was like $8. Give me a little bit more peace of mind. I think I got did I get the fog lights on? No, I didn't. I was going to show you. These are LED fog lights. They're like, you can get them without doing the whole Amazon review thing. You can get them for like 50, 60 bucks. Oh, high beams are on. That's why they were on. But so if anybody's kind of curious what I have in this truck, because I mean this has literally been like a 3-year project. You know, my buddy came home for Christmas 2 years in a row, and we worked on the thing, and it was a lot of work, but it was kind of a learning curve for both of us. So I mean, it was worth it. I'm not, you know, financially, I'm in it pretty decent, but you know, it wasn't like a ridiculous amount of, you know, it's not like I've got $3,000 and a $10,000 truck or anything like that. If we figure it up, I paid $2,000 for the truck. I'm not going to count what I paid for the silver truck, because what I ended up parting the rest of it out for, I I either broke even or made money, so I'm not going to count any of that. I've got $2,000 in paint and supplies minimum, so this isn't going to be an exact figure, but it's going to be pretty close. So we're at $4 grand there, $550 in wheels. I've got probably 500-ish in lights. So you're looking at, that's a little over $5 grand. And then I've got rocker covers. Those were $400, $600 in labor for what I paid for the stuff that I had done. So now we're up to $6,000. I mean, it sounds like I've got too much in it, but I learned a lot, because I'm not counting any of my labor. We're not really counting any of Dirk's labor, but it was more of an experience. And you know, it's kind of one of them things that I did the truck how I wanted it, and we did the work on it, and I think it came out pretty good. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, and I scratched it here and there, putting things together, which is things I would have folded a body shop for. But hey, at least if I fuck up my own shit, it's my own fault. I can't be mad at anybody but myself. So it's not, like I said, it's not anything that, you know, is fantastic that I've got no money in, and it's an awesome truck. I like the truck. I think it's probably worth more than I have in it, but it's not something that, you know, I would make a habit of. I'm not going to start restoring 3rd gen Rams to sell, because I mean, it took me 3 years to get mine done. And the bad part about it is, what really sucks is, in the process now, which you've probably seen from my other video, I kind of did it in sessions. So we did the front end first, so the doors and the fenders and that stuff have been on it for a while now, and I mean, it's starting to rust. So it's going to be, you know, right back to where we were, probably in another 5 years. But you know, I live in Ohio. That's just kind of one of them things you have to deal with. But anyhow, that's the update on the Ram. I probably won't make any more videos really about it, because I really don't have much left to do. You know, I've got the tailgate handle. I'll probably throw a tonneau cover on it, just little things here and there, but for the most part, it's done. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little update video on that. Basically, the Ram's done, and there it is. I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good. Hopefully you guys think it turned out pretty good. But yeah, have a good day.